Welcome everyone to this month's Astro Colorscope. My name's Elizabeth Harper. My website is sealedwithlove.com. So the idea of the Astro Colorscope is that in a moment I'm going to pick 3 crystals from my crystal bag. I'll throw them into a circle of 12 houses. We'll see which houses the crystals are aligned with. Then I'll read the crystal energy, the colors, and the house energy that they're in. I'll also take a bead from my bead bag just to see what the influence of an extra piece of color is. Then the third thing is I'll take a card from the Voyager deck and I will ask you to take a look at the card. Hopefully you'll be able to see it properly. And I'll ask you to see which image in the card you're most attracted to, and what that image means for you. I'll be looking at the card as well and letting you know what I feel the influence is. So before we get started on your crystals, I just want to talk a little bit about what's going on this September with the astrological influences. So this is kind of a big month for aspects in the heavens. There is a sense of a shift, of a change, and it's almost like I almost feel like a breakthrough month for all of us. So from the 1st onward, there is a Venus-Mars conjunct, and it almost feels like it's a start of a breakthrough energy. Then on the 5th, the Sun is trine Pluto, and it feels like you're going to find something. And it might be that you find lost love. On the 6th, Venus goes direct. It's been retrograde for at least the last month, 6 weeks. There's a sense of not only finding something, but maybe finding that love for someone else, but also for yourself. It's almost like you've been looking for something, and it could have been that you've been looking outside of yourself, but I also feel if you've been looking inside, maybe for an idea, not necessarily love, it could be an idea, maybe a business idea. It might be that you'll find your fabulous home that you wanted, but it's because something is shifting within you. So then around the 8th, Mars and Uranus are trine, and that Mars energy is very much about passion. So we started out the month with Mars and Venus conjunct. So it's almost like there's a big influence of Mars, at least to me, for that first week of September. So I feel that there's passion. I feel that with Venus becoming direct, there's a lot of love energy that's starting to come out. So it almost feels like there's a big breakthrough, a dam that's opening up. Lots of love, lots of passion, lots of activity. And then the 9th, Mercury is square Pluto, and it feels like that's an upset, that there's going to be some criticism maybe, and it's not necessarily somebody being critical of you. It may be that you're criticizing yourself or criticizing others. It just feels like there's a sense of criticism that comes up around that time. Then the 17th, Mercury goes retrograde. We know what happens with that, right? So communication goes a little bit off. But at the same time, Saturn moves into Sagittarius. Jupiter is opposing Neptune. And it feels like this is a wake-up time. It feels like there's a wake-up to reality. And that communication, it almost feels like you can no longer access something that you've been pretending has been in your life. So it's almost like you can no longer access that, and you can no longer pretend anymore. So your imagination, it's not that your imagination is going, it's just that what you've imagined to be true, what you've imagined to be your reality is no longer a part of your life. That's what I feel that energy is all around. So then there is that breakthrough. There's Pluto moves into direct. It's in Capricorn on the 24th. Get my words right here, and there's a feeling with that. That is a planet of transformation, and I feel almost as if again we're moving through this big breakthrough wake up call the whole of the month. It's almost like we're shaken awake with that, and then on the 27th. there is a supermoon, and this supermoon, there's a lunar eclipse that goes with this supermoon, and I feel, again, it's in Aries, so I feel that Mars energy is really coming through, and it, you know, there is still a feeling of a breakthrough, like something is breaking out, and it doesn't have to be negative, it can be really, really positive, but I feel as if whatever illusions you've had or whatever you've been playing with, you now have to get serious, and the illusions are no longer there, and it's almost like you are suddenly coming alive. So if you imagine, what I'm seeing is, I'm seeing this doll. So if you imagine you've been a doll, you've been like Pinocchio or something, and then suddenly you become a person. So that's the sense of it. That's the kind of movement of the energy through the whole month. There is a partial solar eclipse on the 13th, and of course that is around that fabulous new moon as well. So with the new moon in Virgo, it feels like you are making your wishes now, and those wishes are for the long-term future, that this is not about a quick fix, that this is a long-term energy. What is it you want in the next 5 years? And that's what it feels like. Ooh. That's what it feels like that new moon is about, and then the full moon is that culmination. It almost, again, feels like you are breaking out, you're breaking free. So it could be that you're breaking free of a relationship, but it could also, I really feel that it's breaking free of illusions. I felt this little shiver. When I get shivers, it's usually about the truth. Okay, so now remember, I offer different consultations on my website, sealedwithlove.com. You can get card readings or intuitive soul guidance, all kinds of different things. You can also have a crystal gem reading as well. Now, before we get onto your crystals, remember to subscribe to my love letter at bit.ly/color kit. You'll get a free gift of a fabulous color kit. You can find out all your true colors in that color kit. Okay, so let's get started with your crystals. Okay, Scorpio, so for you, you have stones in your 2nd, 4th, and 10th house. So your 2nd house, you have this shaman stone. Look at that. These are used as marbles. So there's almost a sense of you haven't lost your marbles, you're going to find your marbles. But it links to balancing male and female energy. So this went into your 2nd house. The 2nd house is about your self-worth, about what you value. It's about money as well. So I feel that this is about you balancing your finances, balancing what's going out, what's coming in. It's about being very practical. But I also feel as if you're going to find where not where you're most powerful, but it's almost like where your superpower is. So it's not about that being powerful, it's about your gifts and your talents. I feel that you're going to find a gift that is your superpower, and that's what this energy is. It's like it's locked up in a seed almost. But the 2nd house as well, I feel that this is very much about you balancing your checkbook, making sure that all your money is, you know where it's going and how it's coming in as well. I also get this sense of, because it's about self-worth and self-esteem in that 2nd house, you know, what you value, that this is about, it's about relationships and the people that you want in your life. But I feel that there's a special relationship that you really want to connect with. So it could be a love relationship or a best friend relationship, or it could be a work relationship. Whatever it is, I feel almost as if this stone is saying you need to find balance in that relationship. You also need to find balance within yourself in order to attract the kind of relationship that you really desire, that you really want. And you find it it's almost like you find it by cracking open this little shaman stone energy, by cracking something open within you. So for instance, if you have felt rejected or abandoned, then this vibration to me is saying you're going to find out the reason for that. And because you find out the reason, that helps you attract to you all that energy, all those people, all those opportunities that you thought you couldn't have because of this other feeling. I hope that makes sense. The second stone is kunzite. And this went into your 4th house. This is about love and ascension and being loved. There's a compassion that's there. 4th house is your home and your protection, your environment, your parents, male, female energy again that comes in here for you. So with this, I feel almost as if something is going to change around your home. You may be beautifying a little bit more, but I feel that that is a reflection of what's going on within you, that there's some kind of beautifying that's going on within you, and so it's going to be reflected externally as well. So you might find yourself hanging more paintings or decorating or something, or tidying up more, something like that. That's the energy of it. When I look at these two stones together, it almost looked like chalk and cheese, they're sort of very different. It's very round, it's very solid, whereas this one, it's kind of open, and there's a vibration that's there that's moving upward. So I feel that there's going to be a special friend that's going to come in. It's going back to that friendship energy. I feel like there's going to be a special friend that comes in that is going to help you to open up, to help you to really raise your vibration, and you are going to do the same thing for them. So it's a two-way street. There's balance that's there. Remember that when this person comes into your life. Don't feel like it's somebody you know necessarily. If it is someone you know, you haven't kind of had a very strong connection with them. So then in the 10th house, this piece of tiger's eye landed, and tiger's eye, it's a stone of power, it's a stone of protection, it connects to the earth and with the sun. So you've got that energy of balance again. So your whole month is about balance, which reminds me. So your card, we'll get back to the tiger's eye in a minute. Your card is balance. So just for a moment right now, take a look at that card and ask yourself if there's anything that really attracts you in that card, and ask yourself, what does that mean? What does that mean? What really attracts you? What does that mean? I'm going to come back to this for what I see in the card. This is that sun and earth, heaven and earth, heaven and earth. So it's almost like you are being guided. This went into your 10th house. You are being guided by spirit, by the divine, by your loved ones in spirit, by the angels. There's almost a sense of you being guided to where you need to go and who you need to be. So this energy, I feel as if there's an opportunity that's waiting for you. That's that kind of diamond that's right here on the earth, but spirit have brought it in for you. They have brought that opportunity for you, and you need to listen to them, otherwise you're going to miss it. These are opposite each other. Moving around a lot here, aren't I? This is the 4th house, and this is the 10th house. So again, look at the difference between these two stones. That 4th house is real important for you this month. This kunzite, if you haven't got any kunzite, might be a good idea to get some, or to bring this color into your consciousness, because this is really going to open you up. And this is between these two brown stones. So you're getting that pink energy, and you have this fabulous card that is saying, we're going to find some balance, but you are going to find this wonderful diamond within you, and you're going to find all these fabulous facets in your life, but you're going to find it because you are shifting, you are changing, and somebody's coming into your life as a reflection of that change, who will also help you to move to another level. But remember, you'll also help them too. So you also have this beautiful rainbow bead, but it doesn't have the clarity. You can't see through it. It's not as translucent as we'd like it to be. So I feel that this is saying that you can't be in control of everything. You don't necessarily know where everything's going. Have faith. Trust your angels, trust your guides. You're moving in the right direction. Okay, that's it for this month's Astro Colorscope. I hope you enjoyed it. Do please give it a thumbs up if you did. Share it with your friends, and you can share it by email too. Let me know in the comments below if the messages resonated. And remember, you can grab my free color kit, find out your true colors at bit.ly/color kit. I will see you next week. Lots of coloricious blessings. Bye.